Models are showing big snowstorms, multiple systems, and there's a glimmer of hope for the east. Signals of potential snow systems are popping up all across the country on our most recent model runs. Folks along the East Coast, and even the Deep South, need to pay very close attention. With an Arctic blast on its way after Christmas and a dominant southern jet carrying major storm systems across the nation, snowstorms are naturally going to be a threat. In 30 seconds, I'll show you why the Deep South could see 6 inches plus Tuesday the 30th. At the 3-minute mark, you'll learn about 3 separate northeast systems in 1 week. And at the 7-minute mark, I'll reveal why this pattern flip could change everything for winter weather lovers. But first, let me show you what just appeared on the European model, because this is something we've been watching ingredients for. The Deep South. Our most recent European model run wants to show a Deep South snow system, looking at things around Tuesday the 30th. This is 1 a.m. Snowfall starting up for Oklahoma, Arkansas, even Mississippi, turns really heavy for Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, around Atlanta and just south of there. This moves into South Carolina and North Carolina, low just offshore Jacksonville, Florida. Some wintry weather up there starts to turn into freezing rain as we're reaching toward 1 a.m. Wednesday. This does have potential to pull up the coast, but current model guidance shows this one sliding from this point almost directly eastward. Nevertheless, this ends up being a major snow system for the deeper south. As Job chapter 38 verse 22 through 23 say, "Hast thou entered into the treasures of the snow? Or hast thou seen the treasures of the hail, which I have reserved against the time of trouble?" The South is about to see those treasures of snow, adding snowfall totals, general 2 to 6 inches popping up on this model for Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, into South Carolina and North Carolina. Bullseye in those purples across Alabama and Georgia of perhaps 6 inches plus. Important to note, as of now, this is the first model run we're seeing this pop on, but this is something we've seen the ingredients for. Even yesterday, I mentioned this potential with the southern jet and that Arctic blast coming in. If we get combination, could end up like this. Here's what makes this remarkable. We predicted this pattern setup before models showed it. The puzzle pieces were there. Southern jet moisture, Arctic air timing. Now, models catching up to what atmospheric signals indicated. We do see the Christmas snow system as well. European model as of now shows this one moving in early Tuesday, December 30th. Moderate snowfall moving into Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York. As people are traveling, we can see that rain-snow line moving further and further northward. 10 a.m., New York City, northern New Jersey, northern Pennsylvania, all seeing heavy snowfall by this point. Toward afternoon, still New York City seeing snowfall. Philadelphia, right around that mixing line, a little disruptive. Southern New England getting heavier snowfall. By evening, 7 p.m., this becomes more of a New England event. Total snowfall for this one as of now, general 2 to 6 inches for northeastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, even central New Jersey, New York City into upstate New York, southern New England, northward. Boston dealing with 3 inches snowfall, perhaps on this particular run, even close to 10 inches parts of Maine. Looking at freezing rain though, this is an impact as well, especially if it's on top of that snow. If snow accumulates and then we see freezing rain on top, that creates that layer of ice. Even worse for travel, worse for roads. A lot of that happening throughout West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, even into parts of New England. As Psalm 148 verse 8 declares, "Fire and hail, snow and vapor, stormy wind, fulfilling his word. These storms fulfill their purpose even when timing seems inconvenient." Now, here's what's interesting. That's not the only snow system. We do see one actually immediately following Christmas for the 26th, 27th, 28th time frame. This model, as of now, shows another 2 to 6 inch snow event for northern Pennsylvania, upstate New York, southern New England. Then New York City, New Jersey, Long Island, all those areas again following Christmas. If you're traveling through this area to get somewhere before Christmas, you deal with the weather. It's kind of a disruption, maybe even dangerous. You get there, then you have to go back home and there's another snow system moving in. This makes things even worse. Bullseye of 6 to 10 inches in there. Maybe even a little bit more for northern Pennsylvania, southern New York. That does include New York City, which is very close to that 6-inch mark. This one has chance to be even more significant. Let me count this for you. 3 separate snow systems for Northeast within 1 week, December 26th through 28th, then December 30th, then potentially into early January. That's 3 opportunities, maybe 4. We can see raging atmospheric river out west that's going to continue to carry storms onshore. Just looking at later today, Sunday the 21st, ridge in west, trough in east. Very interesting considering the pattern we're in. We're overall seeing a southern jet, so strong that it's carrying that warm Pacific air straight into most of United States. Why we're going to be seeing record-breaking heat for Christmas time frame, especially central and southeastern states. Move toward Monday 22nd. This trough is short-lived. It is still set up over northeast as we move from 22nd into 23rd. When we start to see some snowfall for states like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, into New England, still by Christmas Eve, Wednesday 24th, strong storminess along entire west coast from LA all the way northward throughout California into Pacific Northwest. Heavy rainfall, lower elevation areas, coastal regions. For high elevations, really intense snowfall, where feet of snowfall occurring over next week. Christmas Day. Look, we get here is strong southern jet just pouring this warm air straight up into central and again, a lot of southeastern states. Speed is main factor, not allowing for that warm air to mix with cold air hardly at all before it moves in. Getting the potent, rich, warm, humid air from Pacific and much further south in Pacific than typical. That's explanation for this Christmas warm weather. Gonna be quite warm, quite nice. Here's added value insight. This isn't just random warmth. This is setup pattern. That strong southern jet creating Christmas warmth is same mechanism that will flip to create deep south snow after Christmas. The faster the jet, the more dramatic the pattern change when Arctic air arrives. Friday 26th, still dealing with a lot of that warmer weather. We do see impactful winter storms starting to take place for parts of upper Midwest, Great Lakes, Mid-Atlantic, Northeast. Problem with this, we had travel disruptions on front end, but now everybody's traveling back home that's traveling on 26th. We have another winter storm moving through similar areas. This one bringing some snowfall, but also some freezing rain to states like Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Obviously, bit of concern for those traveling after Christmas on your way back home. Even for 27th, still see some freezing rain and snowfall happening portions of Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. This is right around time frame when it feels like we're about to see Arctic blasts move in. European model going to bring this Arctic air deep into eastern states and allow for highly unusual deep south snow system to start to develop on today's model run. We pointed out this threat yesterday before models were even showing it based on puzzle pieces we had available to us. As Proverbs chapter 27 verse 12 reminds us, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. We're foreseeing this pattern, preparing you ahead of time. That trough moves in around 28th, 29th time frame, bringing Arctic air. Then deep south system develops December 30th. Here's what this means practically. Christmas week travel. If you're northeast, expect disruptions. Not talking about Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, talking about days around it. December 23rd, possible snow, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, New England, travel could be impacted. Christmas Eve and day. Weather, quiet most places. West Coast exception with heavy rain, mountain snow. But east, generally okay for holiday itself. December 26th through 28th, significant winter storm northeast, snow and ice. Travel back home after Christmas, very difficult potentially. If visiting family for Christmas and returning 26th or 27th, monitor this closely. December 30th, 2 different systems possible. Northeast could see another round. Deep south, and this is remarkable, could see major snow event for deep south specifically. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Carolinas, watching December 30th closely. 2 to 6 inches possible, 6 inches plus in bullseye areas. This would be a significant event for region not used to snow, infrastructure not designed for it, people not experienced driving in it. If you're deep south and this verifies, preparations needed now. Bread, milk, batteries, yes, the jokes are made. But having supplies before snow arrives is smart. Roads will be dangerous. Power outages possible with any ice accumulation. For Northeast, you're potentially looking at 3 events in 1 week. Stock up once, be prepared for multiple rounds. Elderly neighbors, family members, check on them before each system. Make sure they have what they need. Snow and ice events, multiple in row, are exhausting for older folks. Travel plans, be flexible. If you can delay travel from 26th to 28th, consider it. Weather could be very impactful those days. Christmas shopping errands get done by 22nd if possible. 23rd could see weather issues northeast. Here's the pattern evolution and why this matters. Strong southern jet brings Christmas warmth. Fast-moving, doesn't allow cold-warm mixing. Pure warm air surges north. Then pattern flips. Arctic air crashes south. Same southern jet that brought warmth now brings moisture. When moisture meets Arctic air, you get snow. Lots of it potentially. This is textbook pattern for major winter weather events. Not just northeast, deep south too, when cold gets far enough south. Models showing this now. But ingredients been there for days. That's why we discussed it yesterday before it showed up. The glimmer of hope. After warm Christmas, winter weather lovers get their chance. Multiple systems, significant snow potential, pattern favoring East Coast storms. This isn't just one and done. This is pattern setting up for potentially active period. GFS model shows similar but with differences. Same general timeframes. Similar systems, details vary. That's normal this far out. Both Euro and GFS agreeing on pattern though. That's what matters. Strong southern jet, Arctic blast post-Christmas, systems developing. Ensemble guidance, that's average of multiple model runs, also supporting this, not just one rogue run. Multiple members showing snow potential. As we get closer, details firm up, exact tracks become clearer, snowfall amounts more certain. But pattern is setting up. The ingredients are there. For historical context, this type of pattern, warm Christmas followed by Arctic blast and southern jet moisture, has produced significant winter weather before, not guaranteeing exact repeat. But pattern similarities, notable. Stay updated daily. These systems still several days out, but watching closely. Northeast. 3 potential systems week of Christmas, be prepared. Deep south, December 30th. Watching very closely could be significant. Everyone. Pattern evolving from record warmth to winter weather potential. Rapid flip possible. As Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 4 says, "He that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap." Don't be paralyzed by forecast uncertainty. Prepare prudently based on what we know. What we know, Christmas warm for most. After Christmas, pattern shifts. Arctic air, southern moisture, snow, potential multiple regions. In tomorrow's forecast, updates on Christmas week timing, confidence levels on each system, travel impact assessments, then daily through week as details become clearer. Models showing big snowstorms, multiple opportunities, glimmer of hope in the east after warm Christmas. Stay tuned, stay prepared, stay weather aware. Until tomorrow.